Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the Handicappers podcast. As always, I'm your host, Noah Johnson. Joined with me is the Hask. Again, as always, how you doing this week, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. How about yourself?
Feeling all right. Feeling all right. Just
Feeling all right?
had a little bit of mic difficulty there, but that's okay.
Do any
Yeah.
golfing?
Haven't got out. We had a big event at the club, so I was pretty
You're busy with that.
Yeah. Didn't get a chance to get to the driving range today like I wanted to, but that's just me being a fat, lazy piece of shit, which happens quite
It
often.
does happen.
Yeah, I was gonna do a little waggle and swing reveal for the boys, but didn't exactly work out.
Are you able to go to the driving range often?
So I just moved, so I'm trying to figure out a new place to do that, because before I would just go to the range that I worked at when I was in high school, and I would just get it for free. So I gotta find a new spot to do that. But yeah, I would go decently often, hit a couple, once or twice a week at least, at least as many times, at least as much as I play.
Yeah,
I like to. You got to keep that number at least sort of even.
Even, yeah. How much is a bucket of balls where you're at for like 100 or whatever you get?
I mean, I wouldn't know. I haven't paid for range balls in forever.
Yeah,
$8 maybe, $10 if you go to a shitty place.
Yeah, it's getting up to like $15 here.
Yeah, if you're going to like an actual course, that has one, like a decent course, that's probably closer to what it is even around here. But
I think
it's not terrible.
Yeah, I think because I'm in the big city and stuff, all of it is just high.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Crazy.
But we got a lot to get into this week. Really, one huge story. Big story is the lawsuit between Liv and the PGA. First off, I just want to kind of get your general thoughts on it. What are you thinking at this point?
I'm actually glad the PGA won. I don't think those guys deserve to. Those three guys. Who was it? Taylor Gooch. Whoever the three guys were. I don't think they deserve to play in that. But that's just my opinion.
I'm kind of with you. I think they signed with Liv with the expectation that they would still be able to play. So I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's got to be a bummer at least, but there is a way for these two tours to coexist, and just this is not it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be ugly. I know I said last episode, like it's gonna be like a Amber Heard Johnny Depp situation. 2.0.
We're getting there, I think.
Yeah.
Like obviously this lawsuit wasn't as. I mean, it's over already, I think, right?
They ended it yesterday fast, but there's going to be ongoing type things going on and on.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be appeals and whatnot. I mean, I don't really understand the legal system, but whatever.
Yeah.
This whole show is talking about shit that I barely have any idea what it is. So we're sticking with the theme at least.
I have no idea either. I guess it's good for the high handicappers to know nothing about something and talk about it. So
that's our shtick. That's what we do.
Yeah. But like, I even back a couple episodes that Taylor Gooch thing where I said you guys thought it was a fake headline when I said Taylor Gooch thought he could play in the Live Tour and go back and play in the PGA without getting suspended.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you got me there.
Yeah, and now he really thought, like, they had text messages that said he thought that they could play from not Gary Player, Greg Norman, that they would not get suspended for anything. It would not hold up in court, and it did hold up in court.
So once again, Sharky kind of choked a little bit. Would you say?
Yeah, he's
Kinda,
a big choke artist. That guy.
yeah, kind of dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing. Well, I mean, I know the biggest thing to come out of the lawsuit, just as I don't know, by itself,
Yeah.
is the salary situation. So
Yeah.
as of my understanding, all these guys that got paid huge signing bonuses, or I would call them signing bonuses, Phil with the 200 mil, Bryson with 150 mil. Any prize money that they get from individual tournaments come out of that signing bonus. So again, as my understanding, they would have to win as much money as they'd have to rack up the amount of prize money that it would take to get over that signing bonus, and only then are they getting paid more than
what they make.
That original 100 million plus minus whatever it was.
So basically, Phil will never win any money ever again.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, he could get lucky, but yeah.
I mean, I would like to see him win a live event. I think.
Yeah.
Just go full heel on everybody. Really kind of embrace that villain role that people want him to play so bad.
Yeah.
And which I think he can only do if he wins another tournament, which, like you said, is not.
Yeah.
Might not be in the cards for old Lefty.
I mean, I know they're talking about all this money they're paying these players. Like, they're paying 6 guys $650 million, which is a shit ton of money.
Yeah, that's. I saw a tweet that was like, I think the entire revenue stream for the PGA Tour in 2021 was like 1.5 billion. So like they're getting close to
I think that's
the high end of what you can make in profit. Obviously, no one's making more profit than the PGA Tour of golf. Yeah. So like you're spending that's almost 3/4 of it. Of the entire revenue stream on 6 guys.
And I don't know much about baseball, and they were talking about sort of baseball too, but they were talking about how the San Diego Padres, I believe. Is it San Diego Padres? The Padres.
Yes.
The Padres. They're paying free players $1.2 billion. Like, so, I mean, I guess they're sort of in the same ballpark as baseball players. They're paying them almost. Maybe a little less.
Yeah, but that's over a number of years.
So
like they didn't already pay those 2 or 3 guys
that much money.
So so it's more incremental, so they have a chance to make it back. They didn't just shell out $1.2 billion at the same time. And they're probably, I don't know what Juan Soto got. I would imagine it was like a 4 or 5 year.
Yeah. And
so it's a little different in that sense.
Yeah. And I'm surprised they didn't do that to Live Tour. Like, hey, Phil Mickelson, here's a 5-year contract for $20 million every year. But
yeah, they kind of just went. I mean, it's not, 4 years, 5 years, $20 million a year doesn't sound as good as $100 million right now.
Right now, yeah. And that's what the players want.
Yeah, and which is what they needed to do. I don't think they would have gotten as many players with those kind of offers. That's pure speculation, obviously, but I think there is something to be said about that lump sum right the fuck now payment as opposed to
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 year contract, depending. I don't know how they wanted to do it, but
Yeah. Like I
are
see
are,
that.
are live players even on uh do they have a period where they are in it? Was it a 5 year contract, but
I don't
with just that all that up front?
I don't think so, not from what I heard.
Okay,
But
we need to
who
we need to get a
knows?
contract lawyer on this show.
Yeah. But who knows what's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah, obviously.
I have something that's kind of interesting here. I was just looking at some salary stuff. And the increase of payout of golfers. If had Jim Furyk's 17th season at the PGA Tour happened in 2039 rather than 2006, the PGA Tour projects, he would have roughly earned 70 million more dollars in payout and bonus payment.
Yeah,
If
so it was like
Daniels
that's like if his career started today,
today, yeah,
pretty much. I think I saw that's a tweet from the PGA Tour, right?
yeah, and
What
breaking
was
down his whole, yeah,
didn't it reference Rory too? It was like
there is,
if his career started today, he would make more than Tiger ever did, something like that.
oh yeah, he would earn he would earn 373 million from 65 million. Like even Brent Schnedeker would earn 180 million dollars.
Dude, Brett Snedeker was kind of nasty back in the day
He was a
for like
great putter.
for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He was fucking awesome.
Jason Gore, who I've never heard of. I've
Same.
only heard of Frank Gore. 21 million he would make. Never even heard of this guy.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent payday for
Yeah.
no majors, probably 3-4 wins.
3-4 wins, yeah.
Again, I don't know the guy, so no disrespect, but it's what it seems like to me.
Yeah. They were saying, yeah, Jim Furyk earned like 750,000 in 2006. That would be worth 7.2 million. It's crazy.
Thanks, Biden.
Holy shit.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah. These
Yeah,
guys
that was so. What got Phil in trouble in the first place was when he said that the Saudis are scary motherfuckers to work with, but this is an opportunity to change the world of golf for the better,
Yeah.
or something. I'm paraphrasing, something like that.
Something,
but if he kind of did that, if it was when the Live Tour really started off, and then the PGA announced they were upping prize pools and they were changing some stuff around and all that. Like, they wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for the Live Tour.
That is true.
Probably Phil's comments in particular.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it?
And sorry to cut you off,
Oh,
but
that's okay.
As shitty as it was and as stupid of a move as it was by Phil, probably, he kind of accomplished what he set out to do, at least slightly.
Yeah.
20%.
And it would have been talked about a lot more, his comments and stuff, at the Masters. But Tiger Woods had to come in and swing that big dick around.
Yeah, there's only one person on the planet that could not bury, but like overshadow a story like that, and it's fucking Tiger and his huge cock.
And he basically did that at the Masters. It was a little bit different at the PGA when Phil wasn't invited and people thought he was suspended. Turns out he was. I know we talked about that last time, but yeah, crazy.
Yeah, that was. I mean that was what, May 21 ish, somewhere in like last year.
Yeah, it would have been
maybe this time last year.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire world was so fucking weird during that period. Still is, but
It's
was
yeah,
the world was just upside down at that point. And
yeah,
I don't think, I don't know if there wasn't as much going on, or there wasn't, a general feeling of, everything is fucked up.
yeah,
It probably would have been a bigger story.
yeah,
Even in the golf world as it was a big story, but it might have been even bigger
yeah,
without Tiger coming back and without all that kind of stuff happening. Even non-golf things that were happening in the world at that time, which
yeah.
I won't mention.
And even like I don't know, like if you probably know about the PIP, like the Player Impact Program,
Yeah,
which they had last year, and of course, like 5 of those guys are gone now from the PGA. Like they left to the Live Tour, and that's a big loss for them too.
yeah. I mean, that whole program is based on how much these guys, well, obviously impact the game.
Yeah,
It's in the name. And yeah, to lose those guys is
it's tough.
it's a gut punch. It's a gut punch. It had to be, or
And
at least a kick in the ass to fucking get something going. That might have been more of what caused, or that probably also factored into the decision to give out more money and all that kind of stuff. If it wasn't that caliber of golfer,
yeah,
it wouldn't have moved. I don't want to say moved the needle, but it wouldn't have moved the PGA Tour as much as it did.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. And I know Cameron Young left. I don't know if you heard that today.
Oh, Cameron Young did too.
Yeah, he's leaving for the Live as
Jesus.
well. And that's a young guy. He's ranked 19th in the world. Gone. 25 years old.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.
He was exciting to watch too.
Oh, he was a good player. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's I mean, not a traditional like big loss as you would maybe think of it, but that's a huge loss. Obviously.
Yeah. There was
How do you know how much they gave him?
I haven't seen anything yet. I think it was probably between that 50, 100 million range, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say somewhere in the, I don't know, 60 to 75 maybe.
Yeah.
They could have. I mean, they're not going to give him $100 million
No, but
for a non-major winner.
50 mil, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, MBS can swing that.
Yeah. So I haven't heard anything about them even trying to get a TV deal or anything. Like it's been.
Well, I know at one point they were in talks with AT&T about something.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, no, they're not HBO. AT&T isn't HBO anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, they still have something to do with TV.
Something to do with that, yeah.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know if you heard about Adidas. Like they're really wanting to support the Live Tour. And I can't remember who Adidas owns. Is it Cobra? They own some golf company.
I don't think it's Cobra.
Is it Callaway?
It's not. No, it's not Callaway. I don't know.
They own something. They have a stake in. I'll have to look it up here.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
But keep talking.
Yeah. So who knows what they think of that? So
TaylorMade.
TaylorMade. Yeah. There we go.
Since 1997.
Yeah. So that's a lot of, if TaylorMade is basically saying, hey, we're here to support this.
Yeah,
that's a huge.
I mean,
that's
top 3 and probably not 3 brands in golf right now.
Yeah. Especially for clubs.
It's probably Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm a Callaway guy, but
I think they have the most popular clubs.
I would imagine, yeah. I mean, the way they market, just to kind of take a tangent here, TaylorMade, from my experience as a club fitter, TaylorMade isn't always the best option.
Okay.
But the way that they market and the way that they, just the way that they market their commercials, the way that they work with like golf content creators on YouTube and whatnot
Yeah.
is second to none. And it's not even close.
Yeah.
Callaway is kind of starting to catch up with that. Titleist is lagging way behind in that sense, I think. But still, Titleist is still the top of golf without a doubt. But in terms of marketing, nobody does it better than TaylorMade.
No,
so that could be a huge fucking problem for the tour if TaylorMade is in bed with the Saudis.
Yeah. So, and they probably have Adidas probably does huge business over there already.
Oh yeah, dude. So many tracksuits.
So many tracksuits.
But yeah, I mean the only if it was if it was Cobra, I wouldn't mind as much. Cobra, even Cleveland, that whole family, Strixon, Zixio.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't mind as much, but getting one of those top 3 brands to be on board with the Live Tour is that might be a bigger get than almost any of the golfers outside of Phil, Bryson, Brooks.
Yeah.
That would, I think that would be a much bigger thing for them.
We'll get back into Live. I did see something on Twitter and I wanted to get your opinion on this just quickly.
Hit me with it.
They were talking about, since Nike drivers have been off the market, that driving accuracy actually has improved by the players that have used to use the Nike golf drivers.
Dude, Nike drivers are terrible.
They were terrible?
Just god awful. They Nike had their irons were pretty good.
Yeah.
Their balls were amazing. They changed golf balls pretty much forever.
Yeah.
Back in the, I want to say, late 90s.
Okay.
A lot of people say that the Nike golf ball was a huge reason for Tiger's success.
Yeah.
In those days. But I mean, that last driver, the Sasquatch.
Is that the square one?
The square black and yellow one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that thing was awful.
Ugh.
The Nike VRS Covert, I think it's called, was a pretty decent driver for its day. I mean, it wasn't top 5 for that year. What year did that come out?
Probably like early 2010s.
I think you're right. Maybe 2014.
2014. Okay.
Let me just get.
Sorry for going off on this tangent, but I saw this.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
you're good. All right, hot list from 2014. Let's see what we got here. Ping G25 was out that year. Incredible driver.
Okay.
Callaway X2 Hot was that year. That's it's not as good as that. The TaylorMade SLDR wasn't bad either.
Okay.
And I think the best driver from that year was probably the Titleist 913D, which I still see a lot of those
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I still see a lot of them. You don't see too many Nike drivers in people's bags anymore.
No.
And yeah, I mean, again, like I said, it was a pretty decent driver. I've hit it a couple times.
Yeah.
I think I played with one back in the day, maybe 2016. It was a nice little stick, but it wasn't up to par with that Titleist, the 913, or the X2 Hot from Callaway. That Ping G25, I still see in a lot of people's bags. I still see those irons in a lot of people's bags.
Yeah.
Again, you don't see Nike coverts around anymore.
So, just as an example of guys that are Adidas sponsored athletes, sort of in the live thing. We had Dustin Johnson, live.
Yep.
Colin Sergio, Colin Morikawa, not live. Zonder Shoffley isn't live. I don't think.
Not yet.
Not yet. Tyrell Hatton, I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
I don't think so either. But
Don't think so. Daniel Berger is.
I think he's there.
Yeah, and Keen and Neiman, he's there for sure. I know he's there for sure.
Yeah. Joaquin Neiman, by the way.
Joaquin, yeah.
You're close.
I was close. But yeah, so all those guys are over there basically.
Yeah.
So you can see why they support them.
Yeah, I do have to say, as you know, I'm sure there are a lot of guys out there that like any brands or golfers that are working with Live, like they're gonna boycott, or I'm still gonna buy Adidas golf shorts and pants. They are the best in the game, dude. Like that's all I have. So I have like 6 pairs of golf shorts and pants. I think 4 of them are Adidas.
Yeah,
like
they're nice.
You cannot get better than Adidas. I'm telling you, their Ultimate 365 pant. I'm just going back into my days at Dick's Sporting Goods right now, just trying to sell this shit to you. But dude, I'm telling you, they're the best golf pants I've ever worn.
The best golf pants. And Adidas said that. What did they say? Adidas is rumored to buy a Live golf team for $1 billion.
I don't think that.
That's a rumor.
That number is. I think that number. I definitely believe that they're interested. I think that number is way, way, way inflated.
I think
there's no way one Live golf team is worth $1 billion. You are on crack.
Yeah,
not you, but anybody that thinks that.
Thinks that. What I could see it being, and I've thought about this over today, is could it be an apparel deal where each team has like an outfit and it's all by Adidas? Maybe.
Yeah, like a team polo
type thing, but it's all.
I could see that.
It's like a uniform deal, maybe more.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah,
it's exactly what it would be.
Yeah, and I could see that maybe being.
Now the only problem with that would be that even still with the guys being on Live Tour, a lot of them do have apparel deals.
So
like, you know, the biggest one I can think of is Bryson with Puma. If Live Tour is going to force Bryson to wear an Adidas polo instead of a Cobra polo, Puma, that might be a problem for. I don't know whether that's Bryson or Puma, but you know, there's going to be some conflict there, which is that's the only thing that's like would be standing in the way of that, I think.
Yeah, that's it's going to be interesting to see. It's the same as like Brooks Koepka and Nike. They would never allow that.
Yeah.
Not in a million years. So.
And then I guess you can make the same argument for TaylorMade.
TaylorMade.
You know, if TaylorMade's going to be the sole equipment sponsor for Live Golf.
Yeah.
Bryson's got a Cobra deal.
Yeah.
Phil had a Callaway deal. Brooks plays Strixons. So like how's that going to work?
Work?
Maybe it's just the balls. Maybe they have to use TP5s or TP5Xs. Terrible golf ball, by the way.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I can agree with that. I know, like
don't buy. I love you, TaylorMade, but I have a TaylorMade driver. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
TP5X. No thanks.
Yeah, and I know like Phil's clothing is all handmade, and it's all like designer shit. Like he's wearing like $500 pants when he's out there playing.
Oh yeah, he's ball. He's ball.
So
which I respect. Which I really like.
And that's his sponsors too.
Yeah, of all the things to do when joining the Live Tour, just getting really, really into high golf fashion.
Is
respect.
Yeah.
Dude, I got $200 million. I'll buy $500 pants. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Gotta take the branding off, but whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. He's yeah. It's gonna be an interesting time in golf. That's for sure.
Yeah. I think I saw a clip from Foreplay the other day. I'm 99% sure it was Trent.
Yeah.
But like he was saying that if this tour doesn't work out in 5 years, whatever it is, we're gonna look back on this time like late 2020 to whenever especially before it started.
Yeah.
We're gonna look back on this time and just be like, what the fuck was that, dude? Like it's gonna be a very very confusing and volatile isn't the right word, but unsure. Yeah, confusing and just wishy-washy era of golf that like it's even if it goes away, there will still be a legacy there.
Yeah.
That people are going to have to contend with.
Yeah. And they've done 30 for 30s on the USFL, the United States Football League, which was run by Trump. They've done a 30 for 30 on an XFL. Like these things that even last for a year or two leave a legacy forever.
Yeah. And with those examples, both of them are now back, I think.
Both of them are now back.
Well, the USFL has played.
Yeah.
And I think XFL starts here pretty soon.
Yeah. So, we do have some sad news. There was like 10 players, big name players that actually lost their PGA card.
Really?
Do you want me to go through them?
Yeah, go through the list. Just from underperformance, or
they didn't make the top 125, so they lost their card.
Damn.
And they've lost, So we have Matt Wallace, 126. If you've heard of Matt Wallace.
I remember, I mean, wasn't that the guy that was at the last tournament, like had a putt to make?
I think so.
He had to make the cut. Tournament got delayed, and like the next day he had one putt to make it.
Yeah.
I think I saw Max Homa tweeting about that.
Yeah. Danny Willett.
Oh, wow. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
He was runner-up, or he won the Masters in 2016. So his exemption is up from that.
He finished 5-year, right?
Yeah, he finished 130th. So, wow. Harry Higgs. This guy, he's 136. So he had 3 top 25s this year, but 17 missed cuts.
I guess that'll do it. I'm not deep enough into that side of the tour to know like the math and stuff, but what did you say it was? 15 top
125 getting, but he had 3 top 25 finishes.
Yeah, 3 top 25s,
17 missed cuts.
Well, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess.
Zach Johnson.
Really?
Yeah. His Masters and Open Championship exemptions are up. He's 17th all-time money winner, but he only had 4 top 25 finishes.
Wow.
And there's still some big names.
How old is Zach Johnson?
Well, he's the next Ryder Cup captain. He's up there. He's in his 40s, so
you got to be 50 to play on the Champions Tour.
Yeah. Let me get his age here.
I mean, he'll get on the Champions Tour, I would imagine. 2-time major winner. He'll get on there. Oh. Yeah, man, that's crazy. You said big names, but I wasn't expecting that big of a name. Something is happening here. I think he's frozen. Maybe. Oh.
I am back.
Okay, there we go. What the fuck was that?
I lost everything.
Holy shit, dude, that's fucking wild. You're in here twice. That literally just happened on the Rick and Fab No Ball podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't that?
What the yeah?
The same
StreamYard
thing.
StreamYard is going wild right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw that clip of that, and I was like, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sure how old Zach Johnson is. Let's see. What does it say his age is?
46.
46. So he's almost there.
Yeah, I mean, does he play a couple Corn Ferry Tour events just to?
He might get some sponsor exemptions too.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I mean, but if nothing else, you gotta stay loose for the Champions Tour, right? You gotta.
Yeah.
Someone's got to take down Bernard Langer, however you say it.
Another big name guy, Rory Sabatini. He was Olympic silver medalist
In 2016.
Yeah, was playing on his all-time money winners exemption this season. Yeah.
What was he at all time?
I'm not sure. It doesn't say. But he only had one top 25 finish and one second place finish. So,
man, not even a second place will do it for you.
No, yeah. Because you have to be so consistent with everyone else who's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The young guys and all that. Charlie Hoffman, 150th. Hoffman has qualified for the FedEx Cup playoffs for all 15 of its years. He was exempted because he was 33rd all-time money winner.
So that's probably got to be top 50, right? Top 50 all-time money winners
50.
have an exemption.
Bill Hawes only had 2 top 25s this year.
That name doesn't really mean anything to me.
Yeah. Luke Donald, former world number 1. He's out.
When was he world number 1? 20...
After Tiger, yeah. It was
okay.
It would be early 2010s.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 2013, but that might
something
be a
like
late.
that. Yeah, that sounds about right. 171. We have Brent Schnedeker. We talked about him earlier. And at the very bottom here, 190th. Exemption up for winning the 2016 PGA Championship, Jimmy Walker.
Again, name doesn't really mean much to me. I thought you were going to say Ricky Fowler, to be honest.
No, Ricky Fowler made it at 125. He just snuck in there.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got to be close.
Yeah. So, but these are big name guys that. But they're getting older too, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's not one of those guys that's under 35.
No.
Probably.
No. They're all pretty. They've been around a long time. And a lot of the guys, like Matt Wallace, Danny Willett, Luke Donald, they don't really care about the PGA because they play on the DP World Tour most of the time.
Right.
So it doesn't really affect them. So.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even though they just changed the name, like, I'd still forget that the DP World Tour is just the European Tour.
Is the European Tour, yeah.
I hear DP World Tour, and I'm like, put it at the same level as the Corn Ferry.
Yeah.
In my head, even I know it's not true, but it just doesn't have the luster of European Tour.
It seems like it's almost. It'd be like if you called the PGA Tour like the the Budweiser Tour,
Yeah,
like, and changed its name.
the Miller Lite Tour. Come on,
The
now.
Miller Lite Tour, yeah. Like, it would just not have the same ring to it. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
No.
So it's been crazy times for the world of golf. So
Yeah, I mean that's this podcast was born out of it. You know, as pretty much as a direct response to all to all the goings ons, if you will.
Yeah.
But speaking of the Live Tour, I do want to move on here for a minute. There has been a lot of guys over the past. I think there's been two prominent caddy firings in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, very big.
Last week, correct?
Yeah.
So all I have to say to that is fucking hit me up, guys.
You want to be a caddy?
Yes. I just did my first loop as a caddy.
Yeah.
So I work in a bag room at a country club. I'm like a supervisor.
Yeah.
One of the supervisors. And they needed an extra caddy, so I was just asked to
do it,
to go do it. And I was like, sure, why not? Dude, it's fucking good money. It's pretty decent money. But I have gained an incredible amount of respect for caddies.
Yeah.
Especially fat ones, as the name of this episode implies.
Yeah, fat caddies.
Yeah. That shit's tough, dude.
Yeah.
I respect caddies so much more now. Not that I didn't before, but it's crazy. But I will say, now that I've done my loop, I am a registered caddy. Will Zalatoris hit me up, dude.
Hit you up?
Yeah. I'm your guy. I am your guy. Again, I'm a shitty golfer, but I'm a damn good caddy. If you pay me right.
Did you know at one point, New Zealand's richest athlete was actually Tiger Woods' caddy?
I mean, that makes sense. Because on the tour they're given a cut. Is it 10%? I think it's 10 or 15%. I want to say 10.
So it says.
I mean, you just take 10% of Tiger's. He's all time
winning,
like 600 something million, I think.
Yeah.
So somewhere up there, I mean, you take a tenth of that, $60 million. That's
a lot of money,
especially in New Zealand, dude.
Yeah. So
I think I don't know anything about New Zealand. That was a little racist. My bad.
I have a little quick thing here. It says most pros pay their loopers at least 10% of tournament earnings.
Oh, so that's the minimum,
or a set fee that if the player doesn't make the cut. So if the player doesn't make the cut, they pay out.
Oh, okay.
So with the minimum earnings being north of $100,000 for each live event, no cuts, and travel expenses covered, live caddies are earning more than most professional golfers. So there you go.
Alrighty. Anybody who wants to fire their caddy and go to the live tour, you fucking hit me up, dude.
Yeah.
Hit my DMs on Twitter.
You could take Bones's old job and caddy for Phil Mickelson.
That might be too much pressure. Especially with the heat on him from the Saudis. Especially with what we've said about him, that might not be a great idea. But anybody else, dude. Anybody else, hit me
like
up.
a Chase Koepka.
Yeah,
like that would be
100%.
easy. That would be the easiest caddy job in the world.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, I bet those bags are fucking heavy on tour though. I've felt some of those big staff bags that they have. Dude, I bet they're Rodney Dangerfield and Caddyshack level heavy.
Oh, they are heavy.
You got a quarter barrel in there just for fun.
I know, being a caddy is a lot of work, and I'm sure you realize that, especially.
Yeah, dude, I had to run. To get balls. I don't, dude. Look at me. I don't run anymore. What the fuck?
Yeah, like it just seems like so much work. Like, were you set on one hole?
I was not. So I was
No.
with
Oh,
a foursome.
you had to just follow along basically,
Yeah, pretty much.
and then chase after the drives like a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that was just a quick aside there.
Yeah.
I do want to move on to our last segment here.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it "What's in the Bag" Shitty Golfer Edition. Just want to talk about the equipment that we use a little bit, so we can kind of, just go through it a little bit. Why don't you go first, Ask?
Okay. So, what do I have in my bag?
So let's start with the driver. Let's start
with the driver. I actually have an M4 now, TaylorMade M4.
Okay.
I got second.
Now is that a re-release M4 or an original M4?
A re-released M4. It's my dad's old driver. Actually, he gave it to me. I broke my other one. I think I told you I broke my Cobra one. I cracked the face of it.
Oh yeah, you had that F8.
Yeah, and I cracked the face of it. So, actually got lucky. We ordered stuff. I'm not going to say the company, but someone in my family ordered stuff from this golf company. They ordered alignment sticks. Instead of alignment sticks, they got free clubs in the mail. They got a driver, a 3-wood, and a 5-wood.
Yeah, you better not say the company, dude. They're gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna be coming for those fucking things, dude.
So my dad got the driver, and I got his old driver, and which was actually a pretty sick deal for $20 to get free golf clubs.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know who made that mistake, but
they're probably fired now.
They're probably fired. It's Canada's biggest golf company. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I have an old TaylorMade Rocket Balls 3-wood.
Dude, those things those are great.
That thing has to be like 10 years old. Like
is it white or
yes,
like
the white one?
Okay, so it's stage 1.
It's the stage 1. Yeah,
okay.
It's the first one. Because they came out with a second one, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a stage 2 that they released. I want to say it was the same year.
Yeah. And I have a Titleist, and I can't remember my hybrid, but I do have a Titleist hybrid as well. Probably
all right.
4 or 5 years old.
Is it 3 hybrid or 4 hybrid?
3 hybrid, I believe.
So it's like somewhere around 19, 20,
yeah,
19
it's
to 21
19
degrees.
Yeah, in that range. And then, what was that?
I was going to say, what kind of irons are you working with?
Oh, irons. I was just going to get into that. So I've actually gone unique. I've gone Cobra, but I've gone one length irons.
Really?
Really?
Do you like those?
I do and I don't. They're easy to swing. I like the one length from 7, 8, 9 pitching wedge, gap wedge. Like like the one length pitching wedge that's longer because you can like hit that thing 150 yards.
Yeah,
it's nothing.
I was just gonna ask how much has it fucked up your distances?
Oh, it adds major distance to my clubs.
But it probably takes it away significantly at the top end, though, right?
Yes, and that's why I would like the 6 and 5. I wish I had just regular length clubs, but I mean it works. So
because are they all 7 iron length or all 6 iron length?
All 7 iron length.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so they've been good clubs. I've had them a couple years, so they're pretty good.
Those are the speed zones.
Speed zones,
Cobra speed zone one length. Okay.
Yeah,
Speed zones go crazy.
Yeah,
that driver is great. It's the last good driver Cobra made. in my opinion.
So yeah, the clubs work good. They work. I enjoy them, so it's easy to have one swing.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then I actually have two Callaway wedges. I have a 56 and a 52.
Jaws wedges.
I have a CBX free
Okay, that's
and
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Sorry, Cleveland. I meant Cleveland.
You're good.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I'm just
Yeah.
fucking with you. I mean, I'm not,
I
but I am.
and I can't remember. That would be my 56. My 52. I can't remember what it is, but it is a Cleveland as well too.
Okay. Okay.
And then I have a very old 60-degree lob wedge. This is like from the 90s, man.
Is it all?
But that,
Is it like a trusty rusty?
yeah, it's a tailor-made whatever it is, TS 100.
Okay. Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, but that thing can flop, and it is
I would imagine.
amazing.
Probably get a shit ton of spin with that.
The
That rusted out
bounce,
face.
yeah, the bounce on it though is awful. So you have to be able to hit it clean, or the
Right.
ball is gonna skull 400 yards past the hole every single time.
I do that with clubs with good bounce, so it's not
Yeah,
going to be a problem for me.
but that thing, it just it it flops.
And then, so I already know the answer here, but just kind of defend yourself a little bit here. What kind of putter are we working with there, bud?
I actually have a belly putter, and it is a Cleveland belly putter. It is mallet. I use it
with the double bend neck, right?
yes.
Trying to remember. Okay.
Yeah, it has the double bend neck, and yeah, because it's not centered. And yeah, it has the long grip. I got it. I like the belly putter. Belly putter got banned, basically. All anchored putters. So now I putt
Arm lock style, right?
arm lock style. Bryson style. Yeah.
Did you have to cut it? Did you have to cut it down a little bit?
No, it still worked.
Okay.
The belly putter at least worked like that. So
Okay.
yeah. It took me a while to get used to it.
Well, yeah, I would imagine it's kind of a stupid way to putt.
A very stupid way to putt. It is tough. It is tough. You got a lot of control.
But I mean, the way I see it, especially with putting strokes,
Yeah.
if it kind of works and you're comfortable with it, like that's what you got to go with.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell people all the time when I was selling clubs. It was, I wasn't a golf pro by any means, not even a little bit. I don't. But people would still ask me like, "Hey, not for lessons, but for like tips." They would ask me almost.
Yeah.
And especially with putting, I was like, if you're comfortable with the way you putt, and if you can kind of get it close,
Ben.
don't fuck with it.
Don't
fuck with it. Because it's one of those things I'm trying to figure out. It's like a pitcher's wind up almost.
It is.
Where it's every putting stroke is a little bit different. Obviously, you've got Bryson and Will Zalatoris, which are complete opposites.
Complete,
yeah. But there's a lot of room in between.
Yeah.
Where it's no two putting strokes are exactly the same. Is what I'm trying to say. Basically,
no, they're all slightly different. Like I do like it. If I was like 50 yards off the green and the fairway was downhill, I can like crush that thing to like get onto the green.
Fair enough.
But with a regular putter, you just can't do that. Which
Especially
is nice.
Because does that one have like an insert in it at all, or is it just like a bare metal face almost?
A bare metal face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually with those inserts, you get a little more. The ball doesn't compress like hardly at all, but you get a little bit of that insert compressing a little bit because it's usually soft.
Yeah.
Softer. So it feels a lot different. But with
It
a bare
does.
metal one, you're just fucking whacking that thing.
But I did use a regular putter this weekend, and it worked out okay. So
Same, but you kind of using the same style though, the same.
no, I changed my grip. I just used a regular grip.
Okay.
Sort of, yeah. Just trying something different. I have two
Yeah, you got
putters,
to.
so
You have to.
I always change it up every once in a while.
Yeah.
But
Which might not be the greatest thing, but
yeah.
you do you, bro.
But the other putter I have has one of those thick grips on it.
The Super Strokes.
Yeah, which people find
I love those.
ridiculous, but I love them. I'm glad
Well,
you love them.
there's levels to the Super Stroke. There's Super Stroke 5.0, which is a huge giant one that you can't even get your hands around almost, or I can't.
Yeah.
But I have a Super Stroke that's still decently thick on my old putter. That was a 2.0, so it was significantly smaller, but it was still pretty thick.
Okay. But I'm just looking them up to see what it looks like.
Yeah, the big ones are fucking huge.
Don't think it's that one. I think it's right in the middle. I think.
Okay, like a 3.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Still, I mean, those are still pretty big.
Actually, yeah. I'll have to send you a picture. It might be the 5.0 I have. Now that I'm looking at.
We'll fact check this whole thing later.
Yeah. Yeah, it is the 5.0 I have. And that thing's ridiculous. But I like it. So
let me ask you one more question before
okay.
we get to my bag. Do you have the same grip besides the putter? Do you have the same grip on all your clubs?
Yes, I do.
All of them?
All of them. Same grip.
Do you know what grip it is?
Overlap.
No. Not like your physical grip. Like
my grips on my.
Yeah.
Oh. So it is different. So my. Oh, sorry. So my 60, my driver, my freewood, my hybrid, all have the same grips. It's what is it? What's the main company called? I can't remember.
Golf Pride?
Golf Pride grips. But it's the coiled one that looks like
okay.
The wrap, yeah. The spinning one. The one with texture.
The wrap.
The wrap, yeah.
Okay. I hate those, if I'm going to be honest. But
yeah,
to each his, grips are like putting strokes where everybody has different preferences.
And then my Cobras, they have the grip that came with them.
Oh,
is it start with an L?
Yeah, it's the Lambkin. I want to say it's the Lambkin Crossline is what it's called.
And it's got the little Acreos tracker on top. Yeah.
Arcos,
whatever. And then the Cleveland ones, I have to get new grips on them. My 52 and my 56.
Or are they just the stock ones that came with it?
Stock ones, but the one is worn out completely. So I'll get the same grips I have on my 60 and my driver for that. Yeah. Eventually.
So I'm kind of similar with my grips. I have my driver, 5-wood, hybrid, 52, 56, 58. All have the same grip on there. It's called the Golf Pride MCC Plus 4. Okay. It's a little thicker towards the bottom of the grip, which I like a lot. It keeps it a little more uniform. Across that 8 inches or whatever it is, which I like a lot. And it's what's called a cord grip. So it's a little rough. It's not like that kind of. It's like basically the complete opposite of the ones that you have.
Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about.
And I have them in the mid-size because it helps me.
Okay.
If you're a big snap hook guy, where your wrists are rolling over a lot. Yeah. Going to a bigger grip can definitely help that because it doesn't allow your wrist to turn as much.
Okay.
So I have all my grips are mid-size.
Mid-size? Okay.
Yeah, and then on my irons, I have just the mid-size Golf Ride Tour Velvets,
Okay.
which is usually what comes on most clubs now.
Yeah.
Pretty standard grip, but I replaced them. I put them on there myself because obviously I wanted that bigger size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the way that I have them set up. I probably I don't have to replace any right now, but if I do, I'm just gonna put the same one on there.
Yeah.
I think I like the way that everything feels and whatnot from that point of view or from that angle of it. So kind of similar ideas, but different execution, I guess.
Like I find those grips, and they're the ones that are on my Cobras. I sometimes find them a little slippery at times.
Yep.
So that's why I like the wrap more. But
yeah, for sure.
That's just me.
Yeah, no, I get it. The cord grips, like I said, they're a little rougher. So you do get a pretty good grip on them, even when it's wet out, even when I'm sweating like a fucking pig. But there's always, I think there's specific grips that you can for that, like for it being wet and sweaty and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I don't know which ones they are.
Yeah.
So just kind of.
Are they all Golf Pride you said you had?
Yeah, all of mine are Golf Pride, except for the ones that I have on the one I have on my putter.
Oh, okay.
So just gonna kind of get into it. My driver right now, I'm working with the TaylorMade M1, 2016. So it's got the dual slider on there. So you can go up and down like the length of the face.
Okay.
With a movable weight, which is for draw and fade bias.
Okay.
So you put the weight up towards the toe. That's going to be more of a fade bias. Going to help it go left to right a little bit for a right-handed golfer. But I have mine all the way down at the draw setting, just because I want to get it ideally going left a little bit, but it never does.
Yeah. And what degree was that? Sorry, if you said that.
It's a 10.5. But I think I have it adjusted down to like 9.75 or something.
Yeah.
Because the TaylorMade, the increments on the TaylorMade lost sleeves are kind of weird. It's not like an even number.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but you were gonna ask a question. What was that?
So, do you like it at the lower? Because I've always found it, and a lot of people say it's harder to hit when you deal off the club.
It can be, but with the way I swing my driver, I produce a lot of spin.
Yeah.
So when it's up at the 10.5, it's just a little bit too much, and it kind of gets
too much. Okay.
Going up in the air a little bit more than I like, so I adjusted it down just a little bit, so it doesn't really affect it that bad. It's literally one notch.
Yeah.
It just takes a little bit of spin off of it.
Okay. I was just curious on that.
Yeah. But then I'd have the exact opposite with my fairway wood. I have completely dropped the 3-wood out of my bag. I don't use it anymore.
Okay.
I moved to exclusively a 5-wood.
Okay.
I swing pretty hard, so I don't have a ton of issues with distance unless I just chunk the shit out of it, which happens quite a lot.
Yeah.
With all my clubs, not just this one. But yeah, a little more loft makes it easier to hit. Kind of the same concept with what you were talking about with the driver, but it just helps you get it off the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
And that 5-wood is a Callaway Maverick. Love it.
Okay.
It's my favorite club in the bag.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Do you hit it off the tee a lot?
Almost exclusively.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. If I really, the only way I'm hitting it off a fairway is if a really long par 5 or a par 5 that I just fuck the tee shot up like crazy.
So what's the distance difference between your driver and your 5 on average?
So on a good day,
your best swing.
The best swing I can hit my driver about 270.
Yeah.
somewhere in there, maybe 275 if I really get a hold of it. 5-wood goes about 230 at most.
230. Okay.
Generally somewhere in there,
Yeah.
which I don't mind.
No,
which I
that's
don't mind.
yeah. I was just curious on that.
Yeah. And then I have a Callaway Rogue hybrid that's been broken for a while.
Shit.
Callaway Rogue X hybrid actually. From 2019. Yeah, I had I had the shaft worked on a little bit because I was trying to tinker with it just a touch. I had them pull the shaft out, clean everything up on the inside, take just like a quarter of an inch off the shaft on the bottom. So what that does is it's going to stiffen it up at the tip. Ideally, get a little bit lower ball flight. But then I took some off the top as well, so that's going to it's going to even out the distance difference, because you stiffen up the tip, lower ball flight. Generally, it's gonna go just a little further. But taking that length off definitely brings that back. But then I was just out on the course and I broke it. Didn't even make contact with the ground at all.
Shit.
It was just in the backswing, like right as I'm coming down. I heard it just kind of. I was like, and it felt weird, so I was like, "What the fuck?" And the head was just gone.
God.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I was so pissed.
I bet.
I was so pissed.
And what hybrid did you say that was?
5? It's a 3 hybrid.
3 hybrid, okay.
But yeah, 3 hybrid with the length cut off a little bit. Playing probably closer to a 4.
4, okay.
But it was kind of in between.
In between those, okay.
And that was like my 220 club, 215 club.
Okay.
And then for my irons, I'm rocking Callaway X20s.
Oh, nice.
From like 2009. I like them a lot. They have a really great feel, even for being older clubs.
Yeah.
They're what are called game improvement irons, same as what you have. So a little thicker on the bottom.
Yeah.
A little bit stronger loft. A little bit stronger loft. Take the spin down a little bit.
Yeah.
So I like those a lot. They go high, they go far, they go generally straight unless I really fuck it up. So
yeah,
I like those irons a lot. I don't plan on changing them anytime soon, honestly.
Yeah. Have you ever tried like a blade iron? I'm sure you have.
I've hit when I was working at Dick's. We had have you ever heard of the Cobra Ricky Fowlers?
Yes.
Those irons.
Yeah.
I think they're the thinnest blades that have ever been made. I think. Yeah. The shit is impossible to hit, dude.
I was gonna say you probably can't hit that at all.
Especially off of a mat in a simulator.
No way.
Vape came back to bite me there, but no, dude, I could not hit that at all.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah. I could only imagine how bad that was.
It was not fun.
No.
But I will say I did hit from the 2022 year. I hit they're not blades.
Yeah.
But they're called the Callaway Rogue ST Pros. So the idea behind them was to be a game improvement iron in what's called a muscle back form.
Okay.
You know what I mean when I say a muscle back?
Yeah, I sort of know what you're saying.
Yeah, so it was like it's a lot like the TaylorMade P790s.
Okay.
So like it's still thinner on the bottom. They're still a little more workable in terms of left to right to left, but
yeah.
They still have pretty good lofts. And they're decently forgiving for what they are. I like them. I like the P790s a lot from TaylorMade. I've hit them as well. I like these Callaways better. Like I said, I'm a Callaway guy though. That's probably mostly up here.
Yeah.
So
what do those irons go to? Because mine goes up to a 5 iron. and then back to a pitching wedge, gap wedge.
My irons are 4 through pitching wedge, but I don't use the 4 iron.
You don't use the 4.
If I'm gonna use a 4 iron, I'm gonna take my hybrid and just go 80%.
Okay.
Generally.
Yeah. That 4 irons.
I keep it in there for whatever reason, but I don't use it. Let's be
real. I was gonna say that's.
I'm nowhere near good enough to hit a 4 iron, dude. You got me fucked up.
Yeah. No, I was just curious on what they went up to.
Yeah. Then my wedges. I have a 52, 56, 58 degree.
Okay.
In the new the Cleveland RTX zip core.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where I've spent most of my money in my golf bag, because those are all like $160 a piece or something.
Yeah, those are nice ones.
Yeah, they're very similar to like the Vokies. Okay. They're a bladed wedge. A lot of spin, which I love.
Yeah.
Because during this season, I've been trying to work on getting that backspin on those approach shots. Really trying to get bite back, and I haven't been able to do it like I wanted to. But these wedges have gotten me close to where I can kind of, you can get the one hop and stop. I'm still not getting the hard comebacker, but a lot of spin on these things.
So the Jaws ones are the new ones?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, okay.
So the Jaws is Callaway's bladed iron line, or bladed wedge line.
And what do you have again? Was it Callaway?
Cleveland RTX
sorry.
Core.
I keep getting them fucking mixed up.
Well,
that's my fault. That's my
C's
fault.
and L's and whatnot.
Yeah. Cleveland. Sorry about that.
Yep.
That's my bad.
No, you're good. And then I have a putter from a company called Seymour Putters. It's a center shaft putter, half mallet. It's really, really weird. I'm not 100% sure if I like it, but we're working on the putting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think Zach Johnson used Seymour putters at one point. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got in my bag, or that's what we got in our bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're definitely newer than what I've got, but
at least
except for the wedges.
Yeah, the wedges. I have an RTX 4 for Cleveland.
Oh, those are great.
And then I'd have to check my other one because I actually forgot it's not a 60, it's a 61 degree I have.
Okay.
Which I don't think you can probably find too many places anymore.
Not off the shelf, but most wedges, especially if you're just going 1 degree, you could definitely bend a 60 to a 61.
So I have a question for you about, we call these 9 iron, 8 iron, 7 iron, 6 iron. Do you think it would be better if we called it by the degree that they are?
I don't think so.
Is this?
I think it would just mess everything out where you don't, because everybody, a 9 iron is, I mean, it is different for everybody, but it makes it easier to compare, I think.
Just to compare,
yeah. All right, I think we're just gonna wrap it up here.
I think so.
Great, another great episode as always. Follow us on Twitter. Handles are here. Wait, no. Here. That'd be great. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening.
One quick shout out just before we go to Brooks Henderson for winning a major. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
There we go. LPGA, shout out Brooks Henderson.
The Canadian golfing queen.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Other than that,
Sh-
we're good.
Yeah. Shout out Brooke Henderson and appreciate
All
you
the other
guys
great golfers
watching and
out there.
listening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right. We'll see you guys later.
Peace.